When you are selling a product online, it is absolutely crucial that in your advertising, you are speaking to your customers based on where they're at in your overall customer pipeline. And these are going to fall into two and possibly three different buckets. So these buckets are your tofu, your mofu, and your bofu. So your tofu, this is your top of funnel. This is all of your cold traffic. So your top of funnel ads that are building awareness, getting people to check out your product or service, and just letting people know that you're here and the solution that you offer. Now, next is your warm traffic here in your mofu, your middle of funnel. These are people who have already interacted to some degree with your tofu. So on Facebook, you've got a few different options of how you could set this up. You can build out different audiences in your mofu to essentially target anybody who's engaged with your Facebook or IG, engaged with your ads, they've gone to your website, right? And these are all different data points that show Meta what level of interaction these people have, and then you can serve them fresh ads inside of your middle of funnel to re-engage with them. Now your bottom of funnel, this is where your hot traffic lives. However, bottom of funnel, in my opinion, is somewhat optional. Let's look at a real world example. Our pickleball course. We have 23 ads running and we've got a bunch more creatives coming into the rotation. And we can see that our top of funnel assets like this are attention, pickleball players of all levels. Attention, pickleball players of all levels. Now this right here, this is a middle of funnel ad. Still looking to level up your pickleball game. And then it has some social proof with testimonials. We can see we got a bunch of different testimonials going. This is also a middle of funnel, right? It's re-engaging, saying, hey, this has already been trusted by 600 people. You should trust it too. These are all new creatives, so at a low impression count right now. But as you can see, the goal here is our top of funnel. We're engaging with new people. We're letting them, making them aware that we're here in the market and that we understand their pain points and their problems, and we're offering a solution. Most people are not going to buy on that first touch. It's going to take 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 touches, which is why the middle of funnel is so important. So when you are setting up your campaigns and trying to drive sales to your product or service, think about what can I do in mofu, or in tofu rather, to just get people to my page. That's the whole purpose here of your top of funnel. If you get top of funnel sales, that's great and you totally can, but really it's like, what can I do to get people to trigger one of these different data point events right here? They've interacted with my socials, they've interacted with my ads, they've gone to my website. From there, in our middle of funnel, we're looking at, all right, what do I have to do to get them over the hump? And this is easy. 99% of the time, it's social proof is the biggest motivator. And then also just answering common questions, breaking down common objectives, and showing authority and trust. If you can do these things in mofu, you're going to have a good example now, or a good success rate. Now, let's talk about when does bofu come into play. So bofu, if you want to get really specific, this is typically going to be people that have started a checkout but didn't purchase, because those are your highest intent people, in which case you could serve them custom ads like, hey, finish your checkout, or notice you didn't finish your checkout, what's holding you up, here's a discount, whatever it is. Now, the reason I say that bofu is optional is because for all of these different levels, you have to have enough people for Meta to actually serve ads to. So you have to have a pretty good volume of checkout initiators before you can begin running dedicated bofu ads. So what I do, like in this example with the pickleball course that's only a couple months old and that we're actively scaling right now, is I pretty much just combine these two, bofu and mofu. So I tell Meta, serve my mofu ads to anybody who has engaged with our ads, engaged with our socials, they've gone to our website, and also they've initiated checkouts, and just serve them those ads. And what do you know? Those are our most profitable ads, right? So don't get confused. Well, you can totally make sales on your tofu, which we do because it's a low-ticket subscription product. Your mofu, and once you get into it, your bofu, these are going to be where the bulk of your sales come from. Now, also, there's some considerations based on the price point of your product or your service. For something like our pickleball course, which is a subscription of either $10 a month or $100 a year, there's less friction. So we can pretty much probably indefinitely get away with just doing tofu and mofu. If you are selling something that's higher ticket, that is where the bofu really shines because you've got a higher price point. You're going to have much more friction. You're going to have a lot more work you have to do to nurture someone to pay you 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 10,000, whatever the high ticket is. Even like a $500 to $800 course, you're going to have more friction. That's where the bofu can really shine. So based on your offer, based on your price point, based on your audience, look at this and think, okay, how can I strategically set up my tofu campaigns? And then once I have enough data, how can I start working in my mofu campaigns? And then ask yourself, do I need bofu? If so, go ahead and lock it in. If not, combine it with your mofu and you'll be good to go. Start utilizing this strategy. Speak to people where they're at. Listen, if you go buy a car, if it's your first time at the dealership looking at the vehicle, they're going to treat you differently than when you come back the next day to test drive it a second time, because they know you already have shown some level of interest. They already know you and have some level of relationship with you. The same rules that apply that way for in-person sales and in-person advertising apply for digital advertising as well. I've got a bunch of free resources down in the description. Feel free to check them out. If you found the video to be helpful, go ahead and give it a like. I'll see you next time. Peace.